I picked it up within probably about a month and a half maybe, and now pretty much writing programs by myself, which is nice.
Up to 14 mil, we call it a
side, which is absolutely, that's 28 mil on diameter.
Yeah.
Are you saying there's nothing you've tried to do that you can't do on this lathe?
No, I can do anything up to 1 meter.
I'm here at AM Hydraulics. Today I've been talking to one of the operators and he absolutely loves this Hwacheon HiTech 850L from Hwacheon HiTech. So first of all, Jersey, what do you like about this machine?
I love it.
Why? Why do you love it?
This machine is actually really flexible because we can run like up to 4 gears.
Yeah. On the spindle, so you can get up to like what RPM?
Up to 800 PM.
Brilliant. And also you were saying, I mean, it's a huge machine. What is the maximum diameter and length you can do on this?
We go to nearly up to 1 meter.
In diameter, which is absolutely huge.
And the whole length is around 3.5 meter we can turn.
How much experience have you had running different lathes as well, and how do they compare?
This machine actually is really solid because the total weight is 24 tons.
Really?
So we can like put proper bigger cuts.
Nice.
And
so you can take big
speed as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you're roughing right now. What are you making?
That's the spindle. That's the.
For a steel works, I think. So
yeah.
It's a big steel spindle. What material is it?
That's the EN24.
Really? So it's kind of a standard steel, mild steel. And what cuts are you taking on it right now?
That's only 5 mil aside.
What's the biggest cut you've taken?
Up to 14 mil, we call it
aside, which is absolutely, that's 28 mil on diameter, which is like, you're taking down 100 mil down to what, 78, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Is there anything this lathe can't do?
Can't do it?
Yeah.
No, actually we can do everything on
Are you saying there's nothing you've tried to do that you can't do on this lathe?
No, I can do anything up to 1 meter.
Okay, brilliant. Well, I mean, that's fantastic. I've never heard that there's nothing they can't do on this machine. That's amazing. Thank you very much, Jersey. I appreciate it. I might have to get myself one of these. So we've just interviewed Jersey on the big Hwacheon lathe, roughing out a big billet, a spindle out of a big billet of material. After that gets roughed out on the lathe and the round parts turn, then the part comes onto this other Hwacheon mill, again from Hwacheon HiTech, for the ends to get roughed out. Let's interview Katie and find out exactly what got her into engineering and what she's making right now. Katie, you've been an apprentice for how long now?
So I've been an apprentice for about 2 years now.
So 2 years, and what got you into engineering?
I always wanted to do engineering. It's runs in the family. My dad's an engineer, my granddad is, and I've always had a huge interest in it, to be honest. Tried an office job, couldn't stick it out, definitely not.
So the strong family history. What interests you about making parts?
So I think the best thing is just seeing it go from a billet, from just a hunk of metal, into an actual usable part that goes into an industry and that's used in manufacturing or making food, anything like that.
And they are beautiful. I mean, I know this is for heavy industry, but they're just lovely to look at, aren't they? What are you making right now?
So at the moment I'm making a spindle drive. So as you said, it's been turned by someone else before this, and I'm just finishing all the little details, all the little forming parts of it.
Okay, and what operations are you doing? It came in with being half turned, basically.
Yeah.
Then what happened? The ends had some big stock on. What did you have to do?
Yeah, so originally when it comes in, it's just one solid bar, so then it gets the center turned down by someone else. When I had it, the ends came up to this part, I had to rough it all down and bring the material down, and then put in like the forms of it, the little flats, and bring it into tolerance, basically, work into a technical drawing.
So right now you've got quite a tight tolerance on it, you're trying to get in. Right now, sorry we're taking up too much of your time, you want to get back on it, don't you? But next, how do you find these Hwacheon mills to use?
I find it quite easy to use, to be honest. I think it's quite intuitive, and the way that you program it and just the setting up and everything. It's just so versatile with what you can do, all the operations that you can do.
Brilliant. What's the best part about this machine?
I think the best part is the fact that you can actually add a fourth axis onto it, so you can put a 4-jaw, 3-jaw chuck on the end that acts as a C-axis, an extra axis. Which enables you to do so many more operations and so much more different kinds of work.
Brilliant. What have you got? Can you think of a part that you had that you wouldn't have been able to do without that rotary axis?
So we actually had some parts where it had like a round diameter on the end, but then we needed to put a square on it, quite similar to this, but I couldn't just put it flat on the bed. I had to bring it up and be able to rotate that part around to be able to machine on every side of it. And without the fourth axis, I just wouldn't have been able to even put it on the machine, let alone machine it without vibration or anything like that.
Okay, just to sum up now, Katie, we're going to let you get back to your interesting work here on the spindle. How long have you been running this machine, and how quick were you to get set up and running with it?
So I've only been running it for about 3 months so far, but I feel, as I say, I feel like it's quite intuitive. So I picked it up within probably about a month and a half maybe, and now pretty much writing programs by myself, which is nice.
Brilliant. You heard it straight from Katie. Quick, intuitive, the Hwacheon mill from Hwacheon HiTech. Check them out.